understanding the importance of that story is so key for you all at this point in your lives. If you can leave somebody, an interviewer, a potential partner, a business partner, someone who's going to lend you money for your startup, if you can leave them with a story that may not have to do with you, that they can remember, that means so much. Except off in the distance, I see somebody I recognize. It's Richard Williams. Richard Williams at the time was Venus and Serena's, well, he's their father, but he was their coach. And remember, they're from LA, and so are we. I didn't know Richard Williams, neither did Casey. Richard, I'm Marc Reede. I'm from Los Angeles. This is my daughter, Casey. Casey just got into college to play tennis, and your daughters were the reason she took up tennis in the first place. He says, hang on one second. He says, Venus, Serena, top of these two staircases, here's these two girls. Yes, Daddy, girls come down here, I want you to meet somebody. But the story doesn't end there. Because the next night, Venus had her opening round match against a girl from Madrid. And there was nobody in that Madrid stadium rooting for Venus Williams except us. We were sitting up there, up above the rafters. Great shot, great serve. Venus knew where those cheers were coming from. Well, Venus beats the girl in straight sets. And if any of you watch tennis, you know that when a tennis match, a professional tennis match is over, the players get their stuff together, they zip up their bags, and they go off to their own little side exit. So Casey knew this was about to happen. So as everybody is leaving the stadium, Casey goes down the stairs to get as close as she can to her new friend Venus. So I don't see where Casey is. But now I focus down on Venus as she's zipping up her bag, and she looks up at me and she mouths the words, "Where's Casey?" I was floored. I get goosebumps telling the story. I point down there, because I knew that's where Casey was. So I see Venus get up, run over to where Casey is. And now 5 minutes goes by. It feels like an eternity to me. Here comes Casey. Tears come down her eyes, holding Venus's tournament towel that you can't buy. So now we're leaving the stadium. And once again, I see Richard Williams in the lobby of the stadium. And I tell him this story. And Richard takes Casey and me in a group hug. And he says, Mark, if you had told me my daughter just played a great match, I would have said, thanks very much. That's her job. That's why she works so hard every day in practice. But he says, I taught my girls a long time ago to touch one person in life, show them you care, and share your gift. Look what can happen. Thank you for having me. I'd like to take questions if you have questions. I do want to say that the importance of your learning to tell a story, like the Venus story, is so very important.